The hype is real. For Honor just finished their Warriors Den dev stream today, and let me tell you, I am pumped for Season 2. Just about everything that was mentioned in my wish list was at some point either touched or talked about and or confirmed. So if you're one of those negative people who think the game is dead and so on and so forth, go ahead and skip this video because this is going to be all hype all day. Super excited for everything that was announced. This is probably the best dev stream that they've had all season, coming at the end of Season 1. And let's jump right into it because there's a ton of information. I'll leave a link to a screen grab of the live stream of dev stream that I have. I'll try to upload that later for those of you who want to see the whole thing. I'm going to briefly go through everything, and I'll do some more videos later kind of going into detail about each thing that is mentioned in this dev stream. But right off the bat, the new characters were confirmed. The Shinobi, the Centurion, new maps confirmed. A lot of things touched on and talked about. Like I said, just going to do a quick summary and glance over a few of the things that were mentioned in the dev stream, and I'll try to upload the video that was the actual dev stream that was captured earlier, and I'll try to upload that for you guys who actually want to see it. But let's dive right into it, and please forgive me if I forget something. I'll try to touch on everything. I'm gonna go right down the list as they gave it. I'm gonna give it back out. So first and foremost, they mentioned the Raider. Everyone's calling for a Raider buff. Even I'm calling for a Raider buff. I don't even play Raider that much, but he is a great character and he does need a buff. All they said was that it is coming. Be patient. And then they jump right into it, guys. New executions are available now. Now, I had a video up showing all of them before. This is a better quality video. Go ahead and check it out. You don't even have to look at the video. Go jump on the game. It's there. They're available right now. Let me know what your favorite is down in the comments box below. I like the Wardens, and I like the Valkyrie, and I like Nabushi. Those are my favorites. I might start playing those characters more just for those. Going right next to it, after that, they explain the faction war in depth. Again, I'll upload the dev stream. The sound quality is going to be pretty poor on that, but at least you'll be able to get the full breakdown and hear it for yourself if you are interested in that. They talked about some various things. They pretty much just had a love fest over the Vikings, and that's pretty much it. If you're a Viking, person, or if you're in the Viking clan, you can go watch it and see them drool over the Vikings and how awesome they are. They went on for about 5 minutes about it. I'm moving on. They touched on some interesting things though with the faction wars, such as the samurai are the most popular, and then they also detail some of the faction rewards. I'll put this up right there. You can look at some of those faction rewards. There's also a great user by the name of Boss Phoenix. I look at a lot of his videos. He actually put up a video of all the faction rewards on each character. So it's a pretty good video if you're interested in seeing what the Vikings actually won. It's 12 new ornaments, one for each character. So go ahead and check that out. Check his page out if you are interested in that. Next, they did some house cleaning. The off season will be 3 weeks, but you will still get weekly content. So yes, it will be a pretty decent off season, probably almost a month, but we still will get weekly content, which will be great. Next, they talked about during this time, it will be great to change factions if you so like. They also broke down, like I said, more details about the faction and faction wars, and was just saying that, listen, even if you change factions, even if one faction has more people than the other, they have algorithms that make up for that. So it doesn't matter about how big a faction is. And they go into detail about that. Again, you can go look at the video that I'll upload a little bit after this one if you want to know about that. Now, here is what most of you probably clicked this video about. Here's the huge news. 5/16/17. That is the date that Season 2 begins. The name of the season is Shadow and Might. I believe that is it. And it will be the Shinobi and the Centurion. They will release for each console. I'm sorry, they will release for all platforms at once. So if you are a console player, you don't have to worry about the PC getting this one first. Everybody's going to get this one first. They are confirmed. They have a short teaser that should be playing in the background right now. As you can see, a very, very, very short teaser of the Centurion and a very short teaser of the Shinobi. Now, again, They actually went into detail a little bit about each character. I'll do another video giving my thoughts on what those characters will be and just my thoughts on the overall characters in general. But just very briefly, they talked about, you know, the Centurion will be a part of the Knights and he will be gender locked as a male. The Shinobi will be a part of the Samurai, and it will be, you can choose whether it's a male or a female. Also, if you do not have the season pass, you will have to wait 1 full week before you're able to purchase these characters. They will be 15,000 still. Yes, the same amount as a mythical outfit. That's how much it's going to cost to unlock these characters. Now, you still will be able to practice against them. So I know some of you are like, man, well, what am I going to do? Well, you can unlock them in practice mode so that you won't be at so much of a disadvantage. It's not the same as actually playing as the character, but you will be able to use the bots and play as them. And then 1 week after their release, you will actually be able to play as them in the practice mode. Also, they confirmed that 2 new maps will be revealed at the beginning of Season 2. New weapons and new rarity classes for gear will also be available. Also, one of the developers, Roman, he's very popular on the dev stream. He talked a little bit about the Centurion, and again, I will go a little bit more into depth about this in another video that I'll make a little bit later. But he mentioned some words such as he will have lots of pressure, he will have some range, and he will be very brutal, and he has one of the best executions. Again, this is coming from the developer Roman. He also says that it is one of his favorite characters, and the Centurion is a mix of the Vanguard and the Assassin. So, big news there. I'll go into depth a little bit later about that. And then the Shinobi, onto the Shinobi. If you're more interested in the Shinobi, words such as long range, short range, fast moves, large move set, and will need a lot of skill to master, and he will be an assassin class. These are the words that were mentioned in regards to the Shinobi. He also showed a scorpion-like get over here move, which just absolutely looks badass, and we'll see how that is actually implemented. Also, small note that I wanted to mention is that in these clips that they showed of the 2 new characters, you can see a little bit of what looks like the new maps and kind of get a feel of what they will be. So super excited about that. Now then, they took some questions from the community. A lot of people asking about the Raider buff, and Roman really didn't go into depth about what they were changing. He said that they are looking into buffing the Raider, and in the areas such as giving him more options from his chain attacks, and more options from chaining from heavy. So he's going to have a lot more things that he can do. They're just not ready to talk about them quite yet. They asked about rank mode, and they answered that they are working on rank mode, but they have to focus on stability first, and I completely agree with this. You cannot have a rank mode if the game, if you can't stay connected. So they got to work on that. Another big thing that a lot of the community has been asking about is the turtle meta. What is the turtle meta? It's the overly defensive gameplay. How do you get around that? How are they addressing it? They said they're still testing a lot of different methods, but not ready to deploy any right now. They're looking at things such as making stamina loss more dangerous. They're looking at things like the benefits of parries, the dodge roll being vulnerable, and of course chip damage. That is a big thing that they're also looking into, putting chip damage into the game. Will people be able to get killed from chip damage, and so on and so forth. They're also looking at the benefits of chaining your attacks. If you notice, a lot of gameplay or a lot of matches is you hit one person, you wait for them to hit you back, and you hit one person. A lot of people not utilizing those combos, so they're looking at ways to make combos more beneficial. Also, another interesting thing that was mentioned was 50-50s, and the question was asked, how do they as developers feel about 50-50s in their video game? And one thing that Roman says that he actually does like 50-50s, but they are looking into things such as the Lawbringer being able to shove on block. They feel that that's a little bit too much, so nerf incoming for the Lawbringer. He's experiencing a lot of changes, so a lot of things, you know, if you're a Lawbringer main, there are a lot of things that, you know, it's constantly changing for you. They also talked about griefing, and that they do look at at your complaints. If you are interested in that, if you want to see what they said specifically about it, you can go ahead and check out the video that I'll be uploading after this one. And then, so a little bit of sad news in this stream. Someone asked about 60 frames per second on consoles, and it was pretty much denied. That the developer said that it will take an extreme amount of resources and effort in order to make that come to fruition. And he mentioned words such as not being powerful enough and being limited on consoles. So if you are waiting for 60 frames per second or hoping for 60 frames per second, you might need to wait for For Honor 2 or maybe For Honor the Definitive Edition, you know, a year or two from now. But that's pretty much all I have right now. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you as excited as I am, or are you just super jaded already? You're done with Ubisoft. You're done with whatever they're coming out with next. I think this is their last hurrah, and it is a big one, especially with 3 weeks of, you know, on the off season. Even though they will still have the weekly content, this is a very, very sensitive time for For Honor, the For Honor dev team. But I am optimistic about Season 2. And again, I will go more into that as to why and some more videos. So if you're interested in that, you can subscribe, you can like, or just keep in touch. And we'll see where we go from there. But as always, thank you so much for watching. It is much appreciated. Take care.